JBL Tune 780NC claims that it can give you up to 76 hours of battery life, and that's even with noise canceling turned on. It offers you 50 hours of battery life, which honestly makes it a serious competitor to the other rivals in this price range. But the question is, how good is its noise canceling? How's the sound quality? How does the battery actually perform? Is it even worth buying or not? Hi, I'm Mansoor, and here we are. We're going to make a video about the JBL Tune 780NC for you, so let's go and watch the video together. Just support us, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's go unbox it together and check out what's inside. The box is just like every other JBL box. First of all, you can see the exact model right on it. It says Tune 780NC and lists its features for us. And here it mentions Pure Bass. Pure Bass Noise Free is written on the back, so let's check it out. Let's open it up and see what's inside. First of all, there are the JBL manuals, and there's a charging cable. In this package, you also get a 3.5mm jack cable and a USB Type-C charging cable. It opens up really easily, and you can get to the JBL headphones themselves. The JBL 780NC is one of the over-ear headphones that's wireless and uses Bluetooth version 6, which means it has a faster and more stable connection, and it also supports adaptive noise canceling. It supports this feature, which intelligently cancels out ambient sounds for you. And it also has smart ambient, so you can hear your surroundings through the headphones themselves. And it also has multi-connection capability, so you can connect to 2 devices at the same time. Overall, this model is suitable for everyday use and travel, and it's considered a practical headphone. And I can say that it's not really a luxury headphone if I want to talk about its design and comfort. The 780NC is one of those earphones that weighs about 225 grams, and for an over-ear, I can honestly say that's pretty good. The cups have a suitable weight. As you can see, it's designed with extremely padded and soft ear cups, and the headband is also padded and super soft. One of its features is that it folds up very easily, so you can carry it around without any hassle. If I want to tell you the dimensions of the ear cups, the outer length is about 9.6 centimeters, the outer width is about 7.8 centimeters, and the depth of the cups is about 2.1 centimeters. Inside the cups, the length is 6 centimeters, and the width is approximately 4.12 centimeters. That means it fits most ears, and if I want to give you an explanation about these headphones, they are considered over-ear headphones, so they completely cover your ears, and your ears sit inside this inner area. By the way, if your ears are much bigger than this, make sure to test them before buying. Now, let's check out how it connects together. First of all, there's an app called JBL Headphones, and I'll show you a screenshot of it. You can find the JBL Headphones app on the Play Store. Now we find it, tap on Install, and wait for it to finish installing. To connect the device, we hold down the power button on the device. The LED light starts blinking. JBL Headphones is being installed. Once it's installed, I tap on Open. First of all, we're greeted by this JBL team. I accept all the terms, granted all the permissions, and tap on Bluetooth. I also turn on Bluetooth, and when I do, it automatically detects the JBL Tune 780NC. I tap on the Connect option and wait for it to connect. Its Bluetooth version is 6, so it connects this quickly. I tap on Setup, and it takes me back into the JBL app. I tap on Pair, and it recognized it very quickly. As you can see, with Get Started and a few initial explanations and tutorials, the headphones connected really easily. I tap on Done, and now the Tune 780 page is right in front of me.
Let's move on to the user interface of the JBL Headphones app. When you open the app, you get a really clean and minimalist page that shows your products right there. If your headphones are off, just pick them up and it will automatically detect and enter them. If not, you need to tap on the product in the app to go to its page. Once you're on the page, again, you see a very minimalist approach. There are 3 tabs in total: a general tab, an audio tab, and an other tab. In the general tab, you can control ambient sound, manage the headphone controls, and access the smart audio and video section. First up is the ambient sound control section, which is very simple. In my opinion, it's maybe a bit too minimalistic here, since it only gives you 3 options: noise canceling, ambient aware, and talk through. You can't customize these 3 at all, unlike apps like Soundcore Anchor, which give you a ton of options to fine-tune the noise canceling to your liking. Here, you just have these 3 options and can only turn them on or off. Next is the controls section, where you can customize the 2 buttons a bit. There aren't many options, but it's still better than nothing. The next section is Smart Audio and Video, where you can switch between audio and video modes. It's a nice option, mostly for mimicking, but still interesting. Then there's the Auracast section, where you can use Auracast technology to connect to other devices. The last two sections are early audio and voice prompts. Early audio is basically low energy audio. If you enable it, Bluetooth uses much less power. The last section is voice prompts, where you can set up some prompts to perform certain options. The second tab is the audio tab, which gives you full control over the equalizer and spatial sound modes. And another new feature JBL has added is Personify, which is basically like Hear ID sound. It creates a precise equalizer tailored to your preferences. The last two sections are the left and right sound balance, which you can customize so that one side plays louder than the other if you want. The final section is Voice Aware, which gives you some controls over the Voice Aware mode. The last tab is the Other tab, where you can play different white noises for yourself, and you can even mix them together, which is an interesting feature I hadn't seen before. You can also set a timer for how long the white noise should play, which is great for before sleep. The last part is Auto Power Off, where you can set a timer for when your headphones should turn off. There's also a support section that shows you some basic info like the serial number, firmware updates, and a few other things. And that's it, there's nothing else. The op is pretty decent. Not amazing, not terrible, but it gets the job done.
Let's check out the sound, drivers, and music quality together. First off, I can say that JBL has used 40mm dynamic drivers in these headphones, and you also get the JBL Pure Bass label on them, which is meant for everyday music listening. The bass on these headphones is really good, and I can say the vocals are also quite usable, and the trebles aren't harsh either. But if I had to explain, if you're looking for studio headphones, these aren't it. They're more tuned for daily use. Another point is the frequency response. In wireless mode, these headphones cover from 10 kHz to 20 kHz, but if you connect them with a cable, they support from 10 kHz to 40 kHz. So with the wired mode, you can hear a lot more details. Now, since we're testing the music for you, I'll share my opinion about the music quality of these headphones. With active noise canceling on, I can't hear any outside noise. The music quality is excellent. I turned on ambient mode, and now I can hear sounds from outside. Yeah, now talk-through is on. Going back to music, the sound separation is really good. The bass is great, and the overall sound separation is excellent. It just feels really comfortable when they're on your head. I really connected with them. By sound separation and bass, I mean you can actually hear the instruments in the song. The drums and bass guitar are clearly audible. For example, the drums come through your left ear, especially the snare, or when you hit a passage, the sound moves from left to right. It's really enjoyable, like the music is being played right in front of you. If you want to know about the features, in JBL headphones you get ANC, or active noise canceling, which works intelligently. You also get ambient aware mode, which lets you hear your surroundings smartly and is easy to adjust. There's also talk-through mode, so you can have a conversation without taking off your headphones. Now I want to test all these features in a noisy environment. Active noise canceling? Wow, the sound is gone. Nothing is playing at all. There was some background noise, but the noise canceling is actually acceptable. Of course, you shouldn't expect the kind of noise canceling you'd get from a flagship, professional, or top-tier headphone, but honestly, it's pretty decent. The ambient mode and talk-through work well. Even without taking off the headphones, I can use the talk-through feature really easily. Now, as for noise canceling, I'm satisfied with it for music, and I'm also happy with it for calls and conversations. According to JBL themselves, there are two beamforming microphones. They've worked on this headphone so that it both cancels out ambient noise for you and improves call quality. We all know what a conversation is like. We need to actually have one to see how these microphones perform in practice. And I can say that for daily use, online meetings, and for video calls, it's a truly excellent choice. Hello there. Hello, how?
Does your voice actually?
Sounds so grillet.
I have a lot of echo in my voice. I really have a lot of echo in my voice.
I do. Is the seat on?
Yeah, everything's on. I have a really weird echo in my voice. Do you hear the car noise?
No, I mean, it's really filtering it out. So this seat is good? Say the street clearly so we can hear it.
It was like a sudden boof, a quick and unexpected sound.
Did you hear? Did you see? A boof sound.
But now, the gentle sound of the soft wind.
No, I don't hear the wind sound, yet I can hear it's very faint.
Right.
Look, no, I didn't hear it through your headphones. It's because we're close to each other, so I heard it, but through your headphones it was completely filtered out.
I don't know. I can't pick up your voice well. It's like your voice is muffled for me. And I'm bothering you too. I wasn't satisfied with it.
You just have to be careful now. What if someone hits you, or if someone joins the conversation and turns on active noise canceling? That could be dangerous for you.
Excuses, excuses, excuses.
But the sound is really good. And honestly, the battery is the trump card of these headphones. I can say that when you're connected via Bluetooth and your active noise canceling is off, you can use it for about 26 hours. And with active noise canceling on, you can use it for around 15 hours. It fully charges for you in 2 hours, and it supports fast charging, meaning you can plug it in for 5 minutes and use it for 5 hours. And the battery capacity of these headphones is 690 milliamp hours. It has dual connectivity, so you can connect to 2 devices at the same time. And now, as you can see, I've connected it to my laptop as well. And you can also connect it to your phone at the same time. Right now, as you can see, it's connected to both the laptop and the phone simultaneously. So whenever you want to use it, it's ready.
Here we also have a JBL 770NC, which is the previous generation. So let's do a quick comparison. Let's see what changes have been made. First of all, if you haven't really used these headphones much before, and you're not familiar with this stuff, you probably won't even be able to tell them apart. The biggest thing you might be able to notice is that on the 780, right here on the sides where the cable connects between the headphones, there's a little logo that says Tune. But on the 770, we don't have that. The second thing is, something good they did, on the 770, the Type-C charging port was up here. It was in kind of a weird spot, honestly. They could have put it in a lot of other places, but on the 780. But they fixed it this year. Now, the Type-C port is placed right underneath, and now let's get to the last 2 differences, which honestly are really annoying differences, and I don't like them at all. The first issue is that on the 780, the regular audio port has been completely removed, so you have to transfer audio using that Type-C port. This could cause issues when you're using it. For example, if you want to connect it to a device and use it while charging at the same time, you can't do that. You have to choose between charging or transferring audio. You have to pick one, which is a drawback for this product compared to before. It's really not a good thing at all. Another issue is that before I came to check out these 2, I thought the connection point had improved, but that's not the case at all. The cable connection to the headphones hasn't gotten better. In fact, it's gotten much worse. The cover around it is smaller and thinner, and that little piece inside that connects it is the same. It's much smaller, almost half the size it used to be. Now we have to see how much damage this will cause to the headphones in the long run. The JBL 780NC was a good device, but here, this device really got us. Excited and seems super cool and all that, but no, it's not that kind of device. It's a decent device for everyday tasks like traveling and such. Overall, it's a suitable device. We made this review video for you, so you can make a better choice when buying. Support us and subscribe. Follow my channel, share it with your friends, and introduce it to others. Goodbye.